Good morning and welcome to this episode of Life with Professor Retro. Professor Retro here. Today is a little bit different. It's Monday. We're going to be doing something that you always do, but this week, the past couple weeks have been kind of different. So this week, again, I'm doing something different as well. I'm heading towards the donation plasma center, but not to donate per se, but to, in a way, turn in something that they want me to turn in, or give them something. So I might as well explain the situation. I'll explain it simply as this. Well, we currently have an insect issue in the house, but it hasn't been that bad of an insect issue. And these insects don't generally travel with you. They go to different places or whatever. Or I should have had that to look at. Anyway, so someone at the plasma center told me that the insect issue traveled with me and someone saw it. So I ended up being told that I couldn't donate until I had proof that either the insect issue was taken care of or that I had moved. Now, we're having the insect issue taken care of, but it's not completely eradicated yet. It takes a process to get rid of an infestation. So we've been trying to get a hold of the paperwork. Finally, we get hold of the paperwork. So now I can deal with that. I can see what they say, and I can start donating hopefully Wednesday. Because those are the 2 days I go donate, Mondays and Wednesdays. Since we started taking care of said issue, it has been getting less of an issue. So my fear is they see the paperwork, they ask if it's completely gone. I tell them, no, it's a process. We're working on it. They every week to spray and traps and whatnot, and then whatever. They'll be like, they'll be like, no, you can't come back until it's completely gone, which then means it is what it is. And a not related note, I have also been making it an effort each day to make sure that the house is clean. So, for example, I make sure the dishes are done. If I don't do them one day, I do them the next day. I had to do a lot this morning because there were a couple of days of dishes that need to get done, but now that they're done, it looks better. Because the last time we had, and they're called technicians, but we'll just call them an extermination, a bug technician, we'll call them, show up to our house. He sprayed one spot, and that's only because we told him to spray that spot. He looked around, saw a few things on counters, and said the house was disgusting, and walked out the door. When the first guy that showed up told us that they are not there to come and judge us, they're there to help us with the problem. Instead, he came, he judged, he left. So, in an essence, we called customer service. We called the one guy that we got the first time. Now, the first guy that came out, we've had 4 so far. The first guy that came out said that he cannot do anything because we never got a checklist that tells what we had to do to prepare for everything. We got the checklist, and then the second person came out. That person sprayed and laid traps. The second person came out. That person did the same thing, sprayed and laid traps. And the fourth person sprayed one spot where we asked him to spray, and then looked around, said we were disgusting, and walked out the door. I don't think we're disgusting. I've seen what disgusting houses look like, and I don't think we're disgusting. Matter of fact, the way it is now looks a lot better than the house the way it did before. I mean, we super clean that house, and I've done everything in my part to make sure the house doesn't look disgusting. Yes, the pots and pans are sitting on the couch. That's the only reason is because part of what we need to do to get things ready and keep things going is to make sure things are there. Yes, the garage is full of bags and boxes of stuff, but that's the same reason. Make sure that stuff's out of the way of the exterminator so they can do their jobs. Now, does that make us disgusting? No. In any way possible, in my absolute mind, it does not make us disgusting at all. It just makes the fact that we've got stuff we've got to eventually deal with now once we are officially ready to start bringing all the stuff back into the house, which is good because I've been wanting to rearrange the pots and pans. I've been wanting to decide what I want to keep of stuff that I've kept on the headboard. I like the way the headboard is right now because it's clean, it's simplified, there's not clutter everywhere. You can see my path has a bit of road construction, but it's not really affecting anything at all. It is 70 degrees out today, supposed to be damn near 75, I think. So, as I was saying, it's supposed to be nice out. We are not in no way disgusting. Gas prices are astronomically high. So, like I said before in a previous vlog, good Lord, your car just sounds like shit. It sounds like someone's riding the brakes. You really should get that fixed. Look at it and see what the problem is and get it fixed if it can be fixed. If not, maybe it's time to decide whether or not you really want that car. I mean, it doesn't sound like someone was trying to, ride the brakes. I mean, literally ride your brakes. Just right, the term riding your brakes, in my opinion, means that someone who's literally is just coasting while braking all the time. It's often referred to as brake checking, in my mind. But that literally sounds like someone was actually having both the gas pedal and the brake pedal pressed at the same time, assuming that it'll go, and the harder they do it, it squeaks. Well, that's cool. Now, normally by this time, I would have been home and done, or on my way home from donating, but I haven't donated in like 3 weeks. And I will just explain to you the reason why. So we're headed down here. So as you're going to see, as I've said before, the way this place works is you download the app on your phone, log into your account on the app, and there you can schedule your appointment dates, your time and your day and time you're going to donate. You do that for almost an entire month, and that way things happen and things move on. However, today I didn't do that. That's for a reason. And that reason is because I want to make sure that the paperwork I have is acceptable. I didn't want to show up this morning with the paperwork, submit it, find out it's not acceptable, and I already scheduled it. Now I've wasted a time spot that someone else could have easily taken to donate, and I'm coming back empty-handed. This way, yes, I'm coming back empty-handed, but I'm also making sure things are okay. There's no one saying, oh, Paul is supposed to be donating today, but we turned him down because of blah. This way, you've turned me down because of blah 3 weeks ago, so now I'm in the process of fixing blah, so therefore now blah, will you let me donate again on Wednesday? Another part of today is the fact that we're finally getting my stepson Jimmy taking him to the hospital for an MRI on his right ankle to see if there may anything be done with that. He has something called peroneal subluxation. I don't expect me to explain what that is. Let's just say it's called ankle issues. He's done research on it and everything else on the surgery, and we've talked to him and bribed him into getting the surgery because he's literally for months and months and almost a year said that he does not want the surgery. I kept telling the funny thing about this is he kept on saying that the reason why he doesn't want the surgery is it has a 95% or 98% success rate. And I'm scratching my head listening to this going, how the hell are you turning into surgery with such a high success rate? The rare amount of that 2 to 5% it doesn't work is rare. And what he's been told by the specialists is he can have it come in for keep checkups and look at it and see how it's doing, and why it's in pain is because what we've all been telling him now, it's healing. It's going to hurt. It's going to take 6 weeks for it to actually be fully normal. So he wants to see how bad his right ankle is, see if it's as bad as his left one was, and see if there's surgery he can get on that one. I would like a second opinion on my knees because apparently there is surgery for them. Even though I'd say years before I was told that there was no surgery for them. So I intend to talk to my doctor in July on a few issues that I'm dealing with health-wise. One is affecting my marriage at some point. No, not to the point where the marriage is really in danger. It's just that there's certain parts of the marriage and relationship that's being affected, and maybe we can get some sort of pill that affects it. If you can get all that, if you can summarize what I'm talking about, don't say it in the comments what it is, please. It's an embarrassing thing, and I really don't want to be embarrassed online about it. Anyway, we haven't done one of these Let's Drive Donate vlogs for a while, and seemingly the weather is nicer. You guys can get to see someone in the park once in a while. There's the kitchen, the house, in my opinion, aside from the living room with the pots and pans all over the couch, actually looks pretty decent. They were people. We can't make the house look like it's hasn't been lived in. Things are going to happen. Stuff's going to be over there. We're human beings. We make messes. The only difference is there's people that don't clean up after themselves that makes their house look disgusting, and there's people that clean up after themselves and their house isn't disgusting. we're the second type of person. We try to keep stuff clean. Because the moment my mom moved to Florida, she essentially, in essence, gave me, my wife, my stepson, a house. Now, yes, financial-wise, when it comes to utilities, payment, massive upkeeps, that her involvement, that she's part of. But as of the yard, keeping the house clean, any minor repairs that we can fix, on your stove, that sort of deal, that's all up to us. So with that being said, I now officially have something I've always wanted as well, and that is a house of my own. I've been tired of renting. I've been tired of living places where I've had to pay rent. Be it renting a house like we did in Racine, be it living in apartments like I did before. I've been tired of that because that's an extra expense that we really shouldn't have to worry about. We have to pay rent, when you rent things, but on top of having a car payment and car insurance, I don't really think rent is something we all should be worried about. We're about halfway to our destination as we enter a part of a trendy part of Wauwatosa or Milwaukee area, and a nicer part of where we're going through. Part of me doesn't want to do this because part of me has gotten so used to having to worry about getting up at odd hours of Mondays and Wednesdays, or because I couldn't donate until we got the paperwork. Part of me was like, I could get up at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning and just relax, instead of getting up at 5:30, 6 in the morning and having to rush to be at the door to get to the plasma center by 7:30 for my appointment. Yes, I could schedule for a later time, but that would require having to coordinate everything, where if I do everything in the morning, early mornings, nothing needing to be coordinated. I can just go, donate, come home, and then everyone else could just say, well, we gotta be there, we got that to do. No. Road work ahead. I haven't been. I'm back. I am presently lost.
Turn left, then turn left to stay on North Pinecrest Street. Then immediately turn right onto North 49th Street. Then at the next stop sign, you'll turn right. At the stop sign, turn right onto US 18 East, West Blue Mound Road.
This is a residential part of Blue Mound. Okay.
Go West Blue Mound Court and turn left onto US 18 East.
Oh.
Turn left onto US 18 East.
Know exactly where I am. I think we can go straight. Takes us on US 18 East anyway. Nice, it's a stoplight. It says no turn to red. And what do? You get turn to red. I know exactly where I am. We'll still keep the GPS going in case I'm out, but I have a feeling I know where I am. So, we had to take a detour. Hopefully I don't have to take a detour. Don't have to dick around to get home. I might have to. Who knows? But, like things are bad, dealing with a bug infestation in the house that really hasn't caused much trouble, but in a way it has. Now, I've had to fix the problem. Good luck. So I kind of know him because if I would have been able to stay straight on State Street, I would have literally just gone to this point anyway. So, like I said, though, the reason I don't care that I had a detour for a while is because I'm not scheduled to do anything there donation-wise. I'm only heading there to drop off paperwork to see if I can continue to donate and donate on Wednesday. Because if I can donate on Wednesday, I will then schedule for Wednesday morning as I usually do, and then I will be back on track and on my weekly routines as normal. As much as it's been nice having not to be able to donate, having the ability to go and...
In 600 feet, your destination will be on the left.
Go and do what I can please without having to get up super early. Mondays and Wednesdays, money from me donating.
Your destination is on the left.
So we are here. I will be right back. Alright, so I have the GPS going. So in case we have to dick around to get home, we're going to just follow the GPS. I'm going to go like I normally do for that. But I'm good news. After submitting said paperwork...
Turn right into the parking lot. Then you'll take your first left toward North 26th Street.
After submitting the paperwork, I am back in business here. I can start donating again, which is...
Turn left toward North 26th Street. Then you'll take your first right onto North 26th Street.
Which, in a way, I'm kind of glad, because donating does help get us some extra cash in for the week. In case we need gas to go to some place like a doctor's appointment or emergency, or food, or just something in general. So, plus, I'm also glad because they're still doing donation raffles. You did it every 2 weeks. You get one entry into the raffle. And one of the things I want to try to win throughout these May promotions that they got going on is a drone. I've been wanting a drone. I had a drone. It was a cheap drone that I had picked off of Amazon. This will probably be a better drone. As much as the monthly one is like a nice flat screen TV, a bicycle, a grill. I don't need a grill or a TV, but I could use a bicycle. Anyway, so we're on our way home. I asked if I wanted to donate today, but it's like we got a lot to do, and I really wasn't planning on donating today. I was planning on donating on Wednesday. So I did what they asked me to do so I can start donating again. I was told that they finally said donate, as if they said something else. Yeah, road work. So I think we're kind of glad we're using the GPS. So we'll see exactly how bad the road work is. If it's a detour road work or if it's a traffic pattern nonsense road work. I was also kind of hoping this wasn't a waste of gas. And from the outcome, it wasn't. So, see what we're up against. Maybe I can take you through Miller Valley in the summertime. So, we saw that construction. We saw the reason why it's a detour. So we're going to be using the GPS to get there. And it probably will take us a completely different route, which is perfectly fine. So this trip out there was not a total waste of gas. I was able to get okay to donate, so we'll start donating Wednesday mornings and go back to our regularly scheduled donating schedule. Every time I'm going to take a drink, the light changes. I don't know. Contemplating how I want to go about this now that I can go back to donating again. Do I want to just skip the rest of this week and go next week, or do I want to go Wednesday? I'll discuss it with the wife. If the wife says she's not worried about this week, I will go next week fresh with Monday. Otherwise, I'll go Wednesday. Usually she says she'll leave it up to me and we'll be fine. We've been fine for a couple of weeks. So. That's a pretty tree. I like those trees. Probably can't see it. There's another one of those trees. I like those. The white on it. It's kind of neat. I think they're called lilacs. White or purple. Lilacs or purple. I'm not sure. Lilac bushes have a great smell to them. Even with the tops down on the convertibles, I wish I still had mine. I had a Chrysler Sebring convertible many years ago, and I loved it. The problem is finally went on it, so I had to finally get rid of it. Oh, you know what they say, folks. Once the transmission goes out in your car, you might as well just get a new car. Unless you know someone that can give you a really good transmission, or you have the money to do so. But I love it. The convertible actually was my mom's, and what had happened was the fact that, alright, so for some odd reason my camera said to stop recording. You guys after a certain amount of time it stops automatically. But what I had done was I had the convertible because the car I had before was a piece of junk and literally we were told I was by a mechanic that not even bothered to get repaired. It would be too much money, not worth it. So we donated that car. I took my mom's convertible and she bought her Bug. I had that convertible for a long time, and then all of a sudden a lot of stuff had to go wrong with it. The top started to leak, so on. And then I ran through a new puddle, got that fixed, finally the transmission had went on it, and I had got a new car. That car since gone. So got the Dragon van now, and we're pretty much almost home. Well, not quite almost to the divided highway.
At the next stop sign, turn right. At the stop sign, turn right onto I-94 alternate, North Mayfair Road.
Yep. On the Mayfair Road, or was it I-94?
At the next light, use the second from the left lane to turn left.
Yep.
At the light, turn left onto West Capitol Drive, I-94 alternate.
Well, we've all seen this before. We've all been down this road. I'm just going to leave and end on the way home. No need to be ended when I get home. So, we find, just to recap, I'm now able to donate thanks to all the paperwork. They didn't even ask if the bugs were gone. They just wanted to see paperwork that we were doing something about the bugs.
In a quarter mile, use the middle lane to continue on West Capitol Drive, I-41 alternate.
Which was a lot to do. We're still dealing with the bug issue, and I am on my way. On this gorgeous, gorgeous day. With that, I'm going to say this. Out, stay frosty, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great morning.